Yeah, honey. Yeah. His name is Brunch. Says who?
Are you there? Hello.
Here I is.
Wow, it is pouring. I'm going to take you out here so you can see it.
Awesome. Hi, Susan.
Hello, Miss Danica. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Well, I'm dangerous. I have a mini iPad now so I can be mobile when I'm zooming with you.
Woo woo. I love it.
So I'm assuming this is part of Aaron. And darn it, I was going to show you my orchid that's blooming, but I'm not going to go get out in these torrential rains for you. But here's what we have going on right now.
Wow.
Yeah, we
That
have a
is
little,
awesome.
I'll show you my gutta. Yeah, kind of cool, right?
Very cool.
Well, we need it.
I
So I,
bet.
I do not
I bet.
mind at all. Yeah. Normally I drag my plants out there, but can't do it right this minute.
That's
So what's
okay.
up?
Oh, just hanging out in Texas. We got rains and thunderstorms last night in the night. I woke up. It was so loud. But by the time I woke up this morning, it was gone and the sun was out and it was absolutely gorgeous. So we got some good rain, which we needed, of course. We all need it. But
Oh yeah.
nothing. I was hoping for more today, but that's okay.
I got a package. Hold on.
Yay,
And
I
I'm
love
looking. I love
packages.
Amazon packages. There is something I ordered and I want
In for
versus that
me.
the other stuff you don't want. Um, how did you have you heard? I saw yesterday that Westlaco was getting a little bit too much rain, and so some of the streets are getting a little bit thick. Have you heard anything?
I have not heard anything, at least today I didn't. I went to Brownsville yesterday. Usually I get some warnings if there's going to be rain up that way, but everything down here's been good.
Oh,
I haven't
good.
heard, so yeah, nothing that we need to worry about, I don't think. So, and especially with Aaron, I mean, it came close enough to you. I figured you'd get some good rains.
I tell you, when it first was happening, I thought, uh-oh.
No,
And
I know.
I'm misprepared, so I have my hurricane package and all that ready to go. But what in the hell are they doing?
I was watching it, waiting to reach out to you too. So, because I
Yeah.
was wondering.
Well, and I'm looking at the thing that's showing it's going to just do a complete turn and go up, and I'm like, well, that may not happen because that's a pretty big turn it's going to have to do.
No.
But thank God it did. And prayers for North Carolina.
Yeah.
Wow, I
Oh
know they're
my
going to
gosh.
get
Just
they're already getting flooding. So
pummeled. Yeah. No, that's the thing. With both of where we live, I mean, especially up there. I mean, I guess not. Just, I mean, all of Texas. The great thing that's kind of odd and almost a freak of nature is living on this island. So often the hurricanes come through and they just hop right over top of South Padre and go up the coast. And it happens so often. And it's just, I mean, a blessing, obviously. I've been through Hurricane Dolly and I've been through Hurricane Ian, Hurricane Harvey, all of those. Harvey didn't really affect us much, but up the coast, we did
Yeah.
fundraisers and we went up and we witnessed it. And it's just unbelievable. And then I was in Hurricane, like I said, Ian in North Fort Myers. So it's like everywhere I go, there's a
Oh, I
hurricane.
forgot. It's
Yeah,
you.
it was me. It's me. I'm the hurricane.
Well,
Somebody even said, don't move where I live. Do not move
yeah.
here.
Stay away from Danica. She causes weather issues. I used to tell clients that I'm like, it just has to be a perfect storm for it to hit Padre directly,
It does.
because if it's gets where it's coming that direction, it goes right across the tip of the Yucatan and it slows it down.
Yeah,
So it's not a category 5, but yeah, it would have to
exactly.
be that it just barely goes above the Yucatan and then a front pulls it down to get a direct, really bad 4 or 5 hit.
Like it did with
So that's
Hurricane
good.
Dolly. Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
And
Yeah,
I've watched West Palm, and it's the same thing. It hits the Keys, it hits Miami, Homestead. It's kind of like the Adams family. You have a hand, or it spins up. and
Yeah.
goes up. So thank goodness. Since
Yeah.
I've occupied time here in Florida since 2020, knock on wood, we've had a few little scares that they were headed this way, but
Yep, some good storms. I know when I was there too. You know what? That's actually a really good topic now that you brought that up because think about, like you said, you're prepared. You're just ready to go. If you got a hurricane, you got stuff together. So as we get older, is that something that we do naturally, or is it just something because we live in specific areas? Because I know people that are in areas that don't ever get that kind of stuff, but they have a basement full of stuff because they're waiting for the zombie apocalypse or whatever. So I think that's an interesting thought process. Is it something that we get as we get older?
I think it's a variation because for me, it's my personality. I'm prepared, I'm
For everything anyway.
yeah, I'm, a day out, 5 years out, 20 years out, etc. Now,
Yeah,
as I've gotten older, I've learned to not try to think about it as far out and to also be okay when things don't go exactly as you had planned. When I was young, that made me a little bit crazy. And then I think you have ones that you're right, depending where they live.
yeah,
I know there's certain, when I lived in Indiana, there were certain things you had because of tornado season.
yeah, yeah.
You
You had your
had to be
bunkers
prepared.
and food and water, and you just had to
Yeah.
have it. Yeah,
But
because
it
I know.
seems like now, I don't care where you live, you better have a week or two survival kit. You need to have an evacuation plan. That's crazy, and I don't remember it being that way. But you know, and I do believe the government messes with our weather, and that's just my opinion. But the other thing, though, on top of that, is have we watched the last couple of years? I mean, we had a freaking crazy ass meteor shower the other day,
Yeah,
which I am not what is it, a theorist specialist, whatever, where you think shit's going to go wrong. I can't think of the name of it, but my mind did as soon as I saw when they were telling you what was going to happen. I'm like, did they blow up a big asteroid and they don't want to scare the shit out of us? So they're just saying it's going to be a meteor shower? Because isn't that what a meteor shower is?
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
It's a blown password. Yeah, but you know what's interesting too is I've always thought that too. I believe all that too. I think that everything is controlled here, and it's not even the weather itself, though. It's just the state of the world. And without getting
Well,
into
agree.
politics, period, just with everything that's been going on in the world the last, I mean, even 30 years, but it just builds up and builds up and builds up and builds up. It's just hard to know whether we're coming or going. And so,
And once
how do
you,
you
I have
prepare for that,
to,
though? How do you prepare for
um,
that?
I have to believe that it was good intentions. Thinking, okay, well, where it's dry, we'll send rain, and where it's rain, we'll, make it go away. Because that's what and my dad said this years ago. So that I was a teenager and I'm 55, so that's how long ago him doing a farming on the side of his building. When they started talking to these farmers about it, that they
Yeah.
would help them. My dad's like, I don't need any help. Mother Nature's going to do what Mother Nature wants to do. But I think as humans, we are so arrogant, which is not even our topic, but I'm going to say that we're
That's
so
true.
arrogant that we're going to fix it and make it better, which is like the butterfly effect. And I think that's what's happened with this weather. I want to feel that they start out with good intentions, but it's Mother Nature. And I'll give you another
You
example. They,
can't change it. You can't change what the moon's going to do, and I mean, can you? And if you do, then we're done.
but if you can, how do you know what the fallout of that is?
Exactly.
And my dad used to get so upset when they would come into Indiana and they'd bar this farm ground and they would build subdivisions. And he's like, that's a swell. That's nature's swell. Nobody built that. That's been here. Now it may sit dry 5 years, 10 years, 100 years, hence the 100-year floodplain. Um, but they just filled it in and built a subdivision. And they don't think at some point Mother Nature will do what she does and it's going to come through. And that's how that water is going to naturally flow.
Yeah.
So
And
people that weren't around that area come in 20, 30 years later and their whole damn neighborhood's wiped out and they're like, what happened?
well, this is what you did. It's just, yeah.
You
That's
tried to
like building
control
on,
Mother Nature.
just like building on buildings on Indian burial grounds. You don't think they're going to be haunted? A
Yeah.
little bit different subject, but
No, but I'm with
same
you.
concept.
And I've never witnessed a ghost, but I will say I do think there are people that relate to spirits. However, in reality, I don't care what, when you have a final resting place for someone
It
and you
needs
come
to
to
rest.
disturb it, it can't end up good.
It's about resting. No, I have absolutely witnessed and had many experiences with entities. and
Yeah,
elementals and
people
entities,
have.
whatever you
Honestly,
call them. Yeah,
I mean,
they don't
maybe
scare me.
maybe on a very minimal, really, you scratched the crap out of me earlier. Maybe a very minimal skill that I feel like I saw something or, I felt something, but not extent as some people I know. I have several friends that are like, oh no, if they don't care going, they don't mind going to a graveyard, but they're like, yeah, I'm going to see people.
Yeah,
Now, I just don't like going because I think it's their resting place. And I just had a
I
girlfriend. We're planning a trip, and one of it was we could go through a cemetery. And I'm like, I'm good on cemeteries. I feel like I don't need to be there. I don't know them. I don't need to be there. But that's just me. That's my
yeah.
opinion.
For me, they're peaceful. They don't scare me. I think they're
Oh, they
kind of
don't
really.
scare me. But my sister actually likes when you go to and Michelle, they want to go see the tombstones and it's like art to them, I think. The different designs of the tombstones and the mausoleum. Where to
They
me,
are
I'm
pretty
like,
beautiful. They can be beautiful, but no, I don't mind going through them. I don't want to go to one to go to one. I mean, I went to what's the one in Washington?
that's what I'm saying is I have friends that like to go to them to go
But
to them.
but we went to the one, for the veterans, but they were having a big
Different in
ceremony
my
and
world.
whatever. It was really cool. So there was
Yes.
kind of that thing when we were in Washington. But no,
And I think
I
when you go to something like that, you're being patriotic and saying, I'm coming and honoring you
honoring you.
because of what
Yeah.
you sacrificed for me. So yeah, I think that's a little it
And
might
for
now
me,
that I would be okay with.
yeah, and even if I walk through a cemetery, I do find them fascinating, but I walk through them with a sense of just giving love and peace. And it's a different, it's not like, ooh, it's a cemetery and there's dead people. It's like for me, it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be very, very mindful and kind and walk through and whatever.
Well,
And
of course, yeah, yeah.
oh, but
All
some
of
people
that.
aren't. I watch people do, and it's so funny to me though, because then there's like people like, don't walk on them. Like they don't feel it. It's okay if you walk on the grass where they are. I mean, there's some people are such sticklers
Wait a
about
minute.
that.
So that's happened before with people. Matter of
Uh-huh.
fact, it just happened with my son-in-law's mother's funeral when we were walking to it because
Okay.
there's a lot of grave sites.
Yeah.
And so one woman was commenting to another woman that, hey, don't walk there. You're walking on them. She was actually the opposite. She was upside down. So not all graveyards are done the same way that the headstone's at the front, at the
Ah,
head.
okay.
Sometimes they're at the foot. And
Interesting.
sometimes it depends on the religion. So when you're telling
Okay.
somebody they're walking on it, they may not be. You
That's
might be the one that's actually. So make sure. And
that's
I was
true.
laughing like, well, this is a Jewish cemetery, so you're wrong. But that's okay.
But in the same time, it's like,
Oh,
I'm sorry, but who
geez.
cares? I'm not saying anything bad about
Yeah,
religion.
I know
I'm
you
not
don't
saying
mean
any
who
way, but
cares. But
it's
like I said,
grass. It's not like you're walking on somebody it's just you're walking on the grass. You can just, I don't know. I
and
just get
the landscaper guy's walking on top of them with a lawnmower all the time.
every
Just
day.
saying. Just point that out.
Exactly. Weed eating.
Oh my goodness. And that's why we love people. They're fun, aren't
Exactly.
they?
Exactly.
They're
And never
just
any
fun.
disrespect or judgment. It's just that I
No.
don't have, and I say hangups in a nice way. I don't want to, maybe hangup's not the right word. I don't have,
That's the word.
I
Yeah, or
guess, hangups
just
like that. I
it could
just,
be hang-ups, it could be phobias, different
yeah,
things. But
yeah, all kinds
no,
of
I
things.
think
But
you're right.
how do we get on
Um,
that subject?
I just, I think people are sometimes a little silly. That's
I
all
do
I
too.
think.
I do too.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to be sweet. Maybe if I turn it that way, can you
I
see
was just
me?
gonna say nice boobs, but
You
yeah,
like my boot?
yeah.
Do you like my shirt?
I love your shirt. I keep meaning to order one. I've got to get on and
You
do it.
need to get yours ordered and give you a quick update and our people a quick update. Diana is just waiting for our new website host, which is Wix. Is that what it's called?
Yep, yep.
Okay, she's just waiting on them to run their special because it's like half price.
Ooh,
And
nice.
yes, we like to try to save money. Then we'll get everything up and running on that. I did drop off to her when I was in Texas, kind of the changes I wanted to see to the website.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then we can go back to Miss Pinky and have her monitor it and kind of be in charge of that. So that's exciting, right?
Fantastic. Yep. And our
Sorry,
store
I have
is
to get my dog saw me get out their heart guard and they get it inside of their treat. So now I'm being, summons to give them their damn
give
treat.
their dang trait.
So bear with me. Okay, that one's yours. Nope, you can't eat your sister's. Really can't in this case, guys. Okay, that one's yours. That one's yours. I'm telling you, this mother thing is exhausting. I'm really remembering why I don't have kids.
I have two cats and a kid.
Jeez, oh, peas. I'm telling you, I did.
Oh, and speaking of my kid, she just walked over and she said, please make sure that Aunt Susan and everybody out there knows that I can get up and make my own eggs for breakfast.
No, well, I'm not surprised. You're always posting her cooking
I
something or
know you
doing
should
stuff with
see.
her little
You'll have to
chefy.
see what I
That's
posted
awesome.
yesterday. She went into the other day. I was on a class and she said, "Mom, I'm hungry." I said, "Grab a snack. I'll only be a few more minutes. I'll come make dinner." She came back in and said, "I made my own dinner." And she went in and made scrambled eggs and she put them in. She has a baking kit and she put them in hearts and stars and baked them in, put them in the microwave and put them on her plate. So she had little stars and heart eggs and put a little salt on them and came in and
Well,
she
hell, I want that thing.
they were amazing. So then she
Hearts
made
and
them for me for
star
breakfast.
eggs.
Yeah. The next day she made me eggs for breakfast and little heart eggs. It
Oh
was
my God, that's so
awesome.
cute.
And just
That's pretty
literally got
super
the
cute.
whisk out, got everything. I went in, she's so cute. And I love it's a love hate thing, right?
I know.
Because
Oh,
it just means like she doesn't need me anymore.
I was just getting ready to come out of my mouth that sometimes I'm like, I'm picking up Marley on Friday for sleepover and her birthday
Uh-huh.
outing too. So yeah, that'll cost me for. Don't borrow any money from me next week. I won't have any because it
Oh,
begins
damn. Can I
Marley's.
borrow some this week?
Well, no, because I already started with the grandson in August's birthday. Then it's Marley. Then it's Dylan. Then it's Lennon. And then it's Christmas. They wipe me out starting in August. So by January, I'm like, I'm broke. Um, and when we go out now, I have so much fun with her because it's a different level.
Yes. Oh
She's
yeah.
12, she's going to be 13. Oh my God, she's
Oh,
going to be 13.
can't believe it.
But ugh, I still miss when they were babies. So we just did the Aspen trip and, again, had a great time doing stuff with the girls and it's on an adult level now, but I still, I've been going with them since they were babies. And I
Yep.
remember them, going on playing in the creek. And you want to do that? No, no, not really. But can we do this instead? So it's a replacement.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so hard to think.
Oh, I know. Well, for Emerald, she just graduated with, and she's going into second grade now. She did all her assessments this week and got her testing done. And
It's
I said,
fun.
"Okay, sweetheart, so I'm going to take you out for celebration." And she said, "Okay, well, can we go to dinner anywhere I want?" And I said, "Absolutely." And she said, "Can I have anything I want?" And I said,
Within
absolutely within
reason.
reason.
Yeah,
Because
that's
she
a
would
trick
go right
question.
in and order the steak and lobster. I was singing one night, she was at Jake's and she was ordering dinner. And later I went up to get my tab and I don't usually have much of a tab. And he said, "It's $45." I'm like, "What?" She said, "Yeah, Emerald ordered the steak." I'm like, "Okay." So she ordered a $32 steak. It's like, she has good taste. But
Yeah.
so no, so I'm taking her out on Sunday night. We're gonna get dressed up in our dresses and go out to dinner and it is different, but it's like you said, it is also so amazing that we can go out to dinner and sit and
Oh,
enjoy a meal and have a cool conversation and her brain and her just the things she's learning. It is so much fun. It's so much fun watching them grow and it's to be honest, it's funny because it makes me feel younger because I get to be involved in this evolution with her and I get to still be part of all the cute kid stuff and we get to still go to the fun movies and all the things. Does that make
yes.
sense? Yeah.
That's the good part, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because, Marley will be telling me about the gossip or the challenges of being a teenager at school.
Yeah.
Well, this one did that, and it takes you right back to when you were, and you're like, nothing's changed. Same thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Absolutely. It's the only thing that's changed is that they all put it on social media so everybody sees it.
well,
That's the
yeah,
only
that I
thing that
don't like.
changes.
But like I tell her, even with it on, yes, on social media, so now somebody clear across the world is seeing it. But
The same thing.
I tell her all the time, and I know I was told some, these are the best years of your life, blah blah blah. But what I tell her, I'm like, Marley, what's so crazy is when you get 25, nothing that happened in high school is going to matter. Anything people said to you, people that wouldn't be friends with you, I go, and then what's going to be really funny is when you get 45, 40, I guess your 40th, you go back for your high school
Reunion.
reunion. Thank you. I was getting like all I could think is graduation reunion. And I said, you look at some of them and go, why did I care what the hell you thought?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
are you? And
Or
so I
why did
have
I have
gotten,
a crush on him?
oh God, I know. Well, that
I
definitely
don't
happened
mean
to me
that
on one of
rudely,
them.
but serious.
Yeah, but you know what? It's true.
And I'm sure they
Um,
think the thing same of us. You know what I mean?
oh,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. But I did, the point to her is don't let it get you so worried and upset because it really doesn't matter.
No.
It's just not going to matter when you become an adult. And
But you
yeah.
have to live through those pains. It's how I guess that's how we become an adult by going through those. I
But I
laugh
have to
all
tell you what was kind of cool. So keep this in mind with Emerald when she gets there.
the. Okay.
There was a group chat Marley was on, and I guess there was like 8 of them. And one of the little girls moved now. This she's not going to be in school this year. She was a little shit. She was just mean to everybody. And so she's on this group chat and she's just being really ugly to this one little boy who is so sweet. She's calling him fat. He's not even fat. That's what it was like. So Marley texts the other kid whose dad happens to own the school, which is kind of funny, but she texts him and says, I'm just kind of tired of hearing this. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do about it? And she's like, take her out of the chat. Because he started the chat, so I guess he controls it. I don't know a whole lot about that, but I guess he controls it. And he's like, huh. So he took her out of the chat. And I'm like, you know what? What a great, smart on
Set
both
it
their
down, I'll
parts.
help you. Right.
Instead of there being feeling bad and letting her keep going and everybody getting upset and blah, blah, she's out. You're not going to be nice. You don't get to be in the group and have fun. So bye bye. I think that's hysterical.
That's awesome. I love that.
I love that.
You
And
know,
I'm thinking, even as adults, take them out of the conversation.
exactly.
If you can't be in the conversation and be nice, then guess what? You don't get to go to dinner with us. You don't get to go on a trip with us. Whatever the case may be, bye bye.
Exactly. No,
Oh my
I
gosh.
had a situation I thought was interesting because, as you know, and you're the same with your grandkids, I've always treated Emerald just like a person.
Yeah.
Never talked baby talk, never talked, never ever treated her anything than just a person. She's not a kid, she's a person. And so I had a situation where I was trying to make a decision about a couple of things. I wanted to do this or I wanted to do that. And I was telling one of my friends, and they said, well, why are you asking the kid? And I went,
Yeah.
well, because she's going to come to either thing we do. I will have final say, obviously, because I'm the mom,
Right.
but I want her input. I want her thoughts because she's a person and she's going to be spending her life there just like me. And if it's something that's not going to be good for us or her, then I wouldn't do it anyway. But I just thought it was very interesting how we dismiss the kids so quickly. And because we're the adults and we know best and whatever. And it's like, absolutely not.
Not necessarily.
We are experienced and we know some consequences that they don't know, but still, why wouldn't every individual on this planet have their say in what they get to do spending their time in their life? And that's like the last podcast we did talking about being free. You have to be able to speak your voice. And if you can't learn to say, this is what I want to do or this is what I don't want to do, then you're going to spend your life doing what everybody else wants to do. And you're
And
not
be
going to spend your
miserable.
life free and being authentic and being happy.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
think
that's
it's
fair.
very important to talk to our kids and find out what they want to do. And then, I don't think there's going to ever be a compromise if we all are honest, because there's going to always be something that's going to resonate with everybody. And if
Well,
not, then
and
I just won't do it.
I think what you said is important that you said, ultimately, I will make the decision. And
Yes,
that may have come from a good place when they said that to you because,
I'm
I'm on
sure.
this
Oh, I'm
because
sure.
I've had been out with people looking at properties
Uh-huh.
and they're going to base their decision on buying a house, not the neighborhood, buy whether or not the kid likes it.
Oh, no, 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 no. No,
Yeah. So
not to
that's what I
that
say.
extent. No, never to that extent.
I
But
know.
I
No,
still
I
want the
know you don't go to
input.
that extent. Yeah. No, but I do. Yeah, I still do think it's, well, first of all, kids need that. I came from an area that, hey, you know what? You're a kid. Your opinion doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah,
that's not good. A kid needs to know that, hey, they're still a kid. They're not an adult, but their opinion does matter. Just as
exactly.
anybody's opinion. If you're going to do something with anybody, you should at least consider their opinion and how they feel about it.
Yeah, and if she's going to absolutely be miserable and hate what
Then
we're
you're going to be
doing,
miserable.
thank you. And so why would I choose that?
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's something we absolutely had to do,
Right.
then,
That's different.
but so I thought that was just interesting. And I know 100 million% it was coming from a loving,
Oh,
good
good.
place because it was from a good friend. But I
Okay.
just
Well, good.
still at the same time, I thought, hmm. And I didn't say, I just simply said, I always ask her opinion because she's a person we talk about everything, period. Because I want her to also know that we can talk about everything. And that's another lesson in that.
That is important that kids know they can come to you because if you don't let them know they can talk about everything, then guess what? The really important stuff doesn't get talked about. The bullying,
Yep.
maybe the sexual insinuating, etc.
Yep.
And if somebody knows you, I think that is a little bit, the more you get opinions from your child depends on your child. So
100%.
she's
Yes.
a bum. She's in there making scrambled eggs. Now, how many kids do you know are in there? So yes, that child actually does want to have an input. Where most kids are like, just give me my iPad, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that, that's going to make a difference too. on
Yeah,
those
every kid is
conversations.
different.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
But oh my gosh, I know. The world is crazy sometimes.
It is crazy all the
I'm
time.
trying to make my dinner while I'm talking to you. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I know we started this late. We usually get to you guys in the morning, but we've had crazy schedules right now, so we're just coming to you when we can and making it work because that's what you have to do in life. You got to be flexible.
Well, and
Oh,
I
by
have,
the way, speaking of flexible, I have a new goal. Will you
what's
help
your new
hold
goal?
me to it?
Sure. If you ask me to, I will. Well, I mean,
She's like, oh shit,
if you
what is
really,
it?
some people ask you to do so, then later they don't. So if you ask me and you want me to, oh, I absolutely will hold you to it.
So this
So
is
make
my goal.
sure.
This is my goal, and so many of you out there might think this is like crazy unrealistic for a 50, almost 7-year old. So we're going on a cruise. I know you know, Susan. We're going on, Emerald and I are going with one of my best friends on a cruise in October. It's a Halloween cruise. And so I've been carrying all this extra weight. And so my goal, oh, speaking of the beast, there she is.
Hi, BC.
Um, my goal is to get rid of the extra weight. I'm gonna rock a bikini on this cruise. And
Nice.
secondly, by the time this cruise comes, because Emerald has been in gymnastics, and I was in gymnastics from 3 until my senior year of high school, and I was very good. My goal is by then, which for no reason, but other than I want to, I'm going to be able to do this the splits 3 ways.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna beat you. I was gonna go with you on the weight thing because I wasn't gonna say it yet, but Monday I start my boot camp.
Oh, awesome.
I don't
Okay,
know. I might be totally insane because I went to the orientation the other night and I'm like, oh, they're not messing around, man. It's boot camp.
is boot camp.
Yeah, I mean, they're like yelling at you, do it, do it, do it. And I'm like, well, that's what I need is somebody to kick my ass.
That's right.
And he's like,
All
and
right.
if you don't show up, we will come to your house and we'll get you. So if you commit, you better damn well commit. And I'm like, you
I
people
love
are
it.
scary. Yeah. But you
Yep,
know, sometimes that's what you need. So we'll
exactly.
see.
So the weight's going to be gone. I'm going to be in a bikini on that cruise, and I just because
Nice.
flexibility to me, and from all the research I've done as far as health and whatever, it's not even about doing the splits. It's about being agile
Well,
as you get older.
yeah.
And also, they have an adult gymnastics class that one of my friends and I want to take. And why not? Just for fun. So
Yeah, why
those are
not?
that's my goal. That's for my birthday, October 12th. By my birthday, which is plenty of time to lose the weight I have. I don't have tons of weight to lose. I can lose that before then. The
Right?
splits I could do by then as well. I just have to be dedicated. So every day I've been getting up and walking and doing this new hydration thing. I'll talk to you more about it once I tell you if it works or not. Nice. But it's kind of cool. And there you go. So that's my plan. So all right, I want to hear boot camp. We'll have to talk about boot camp
Oh,
and all the
oh
things we're doing on
shit.
the next
Yeah.
episode. But
We'll see. I probably won't till I at least get a couple of them under my belt. But I got to found a new tennis coach, so I start that back up tomorrow.
oh, good,
And
good,
then
good.
I have that going on with boot camp. And I'm like, between those two, because eating wise, I'm fine. I just need to
Oh yeah.
add some exercise in and get, firmed up a little bit, et
Yep.
cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
So that's interesting. So anybody else wants to be on this crusade with us for the next couple months of
Yeah.
eating healthier as I'm eating let's see if I can show you. Can you see it?
To the left, to the left. There we go. Chicken broccoli.
It's
Oh,
actually
fish.
salmon.
It's fish. I just realized I just said fish at
Yeah,
the second. Yep, because you usually eat fish. Yeah.
I do eat a lot of seafood and fish. It's
That's
my salmon and spinach, and then I added the broccoli for the fiber and of course I love those peas. Not the snap peas, they're the real thin ones. The Asian one.
oh,
Not snow peas. Snap
snow
peas, I
peas.
think
Oh,
are
snow peas.
snow peas.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love them too.
I know.
Yep.
I just absolutely love them.
Awesome.
But yeah, I had a very, very busy day. I had continuing education going on, et cetera, et cetera. So this is my first meal today. I had a half a granola bar for breakfast, and I'm like, okay, I need to eat now. I'm
Yes, you
hungry.
do. All right. Well, go enjoy your dinner because we're at our time anyway. And
Oh,
we will, I know, because we just like to chat. It's all right.
so
We might need to
quickly.
rename our podcast What the 50 Plus Chatting Girls or something. I don't know, because, apparently a lot of our people prefer that anyway. So we just come up
Well,
with
they
stuff.
do. And it's funny. We have our little friend Philip. I don't
Yep.
even know if he may not be little. He might be huge. We haven't met him, but he's on there and he cracks me up. But he loves us because really, what's our episode about? About halfway through, we don't know.
We don't know. Yep. We
We
start
start
off
out
with
with a
an
topic,
idea.
but isn't
We have
that
an
kind of
idea.
what the 50 anyway? You start out going to get something out of the laundry room and you're like, I don't know what I'm getting.
Oh,
You
like
you
42
leave the
times a day.
card, you're like, okay, I'm going to the grocery store and I'm going to the post office. And halfway through, if you don't take your note, you're like, oh shit, what
Yep.
am I supposed to be doing? So,
Yeah.
it makes sense. Our podcast would be the same. That's my excuse. That's what I'm
Hey,
sticking with there.
and I'm gonna join. I'm jumping on that
You
excuse.
like, right? Okay.
Yep.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, my friend,
All
for
right.
backing me up on that. All right. Take
Exactly.
care, dear. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us.
We love you guys. We will see you next time. Bye, Work With
Ciao.
family.